Hi, it's Gianna. Are you afraid they're going to say no? Or are you afraid that the situation's not going to turn out exactly the way you expected? Well, I've felt that way too. But stick around because I'm going to tell you exactly what I learned from a fourth grader. There have been plenty of times where I just didn't want to even ask because I knew the answer was going to be no, or I didn't want to do something because I knew the outcome wouldn't be what I expected. Well, my fourth grader is doing a fundraiser for her school, which requires her to go from door to door or pick up the phone and call family members to buy wrapping paper for a school fundraiser. And she came home with a sheet. She set out right away to go door to door, starting with the neighbors. And she's out there, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're not going to buy anything from her because, first of all, there are dozens of other kids in our neighborhood who go to that school who are doing the same exact fundraiser, including her brother. She's also a Girl Scout, and so she goes to door selling Girl Scout cookies. Her brother is a Boy Scout. He goes door to the same neighbors selling Boy Scout wreaths. So why does she think that she's gonna get any sales at all? Why does she think that these same people are gonna buy from her over and over and over and over again? So after being out for 45 minutes, she comes home, and I thought that she was gonna come home very disappointed. However, she came home with, out of 10 slots available to sign on this sheet, she came out with 8 of the 10 slots filled, and she had either cash or check for prepayment. And she said, well, I didn't get to do everybody because I was running out of time and I had to come home for dinner, so I have to go back out again tomorrow. And I was amazed. I'm like, okay, so you mean all these people want to buy your wrapping paper? And she said, yeah. And, very nonchalant. And I asked her, okay, so tell me, did you hesitate at all to ask any of those people to buy wrapping paper for your fundraiser? And she said, no. And I said, why not? And she said, well, because I know that they have a choice. They can say yes or no. And I said, oh, okay. So you weren't even afraid to go and knock on that door, knowing that you had already sent that person 10 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, and knowing that your brother was going to be knocking on that same door to sell Boy Scout wreaths. You weren't even afraid to just go? And she said, no, I just knew I would ask, and if they wanted to say no, they'd say no. And she said, I even knocked on our friend's door, and they have kids that are selling the wrapping paper too. And the mom said, well, I'm going to buy for my kids, but good luck. And she had absolutely no concern or issue or fear from even going up to the door and just asking. So this is what I've learned from my 10-year-old today is don't be afraid to ask, and don't prejudge what someone's answer is going to be. Leave it up to them to decide. And you'd be very surprised at where the outcome leads you. So thanks so much for giving this your attention. I hope that you give it a try. I hope that it busts you out of your concern and your fear of even asking. If you want any more healthy habit tips, please send me an email at Gianna, Gianna _BL at msn.com, and I'll add you to my healthy e-newsletter. Thanks a lot.